Hello YouTube, and welcome to the first episode of Dipshit Dialogue.
This is where we talk about shit.
Yeah, we're going to discuss something that affects the industry, or gaming in general, and it'll also be an opportunity for me to give any channel news.
Yeah, I suppose that's a decent thing.
Yes. Notably, before we do start, I want to mention I have been ill recently, so I'm sorry for the spotty upload schedule. Got you.
Hey, get off me!
I'm sorry for the spotty upload schedule. That will change once I get better, but I've got quite a nasty cold at the moment.
Yeah, a witch infected him. How do we use this thing again? Oh, there we go. That seems to work.
Workshop is filled with shit.
Yeah, we know. Anyway, Alfie, do you want to start with the channel news, or have you done it?
No, I've just done that.
Okay. So, do you want to start on the... You want to start?
Yes. Our subject is pre-orders. Or rather, pre-order bonuses. Games that should and shouldn't have them. Or
Yeah, generally how they're... when they're good, done right, and when they can be done wrong, and, you know, shit like that. Most people... companies do it to say, hey, buy the game, pre-order it and such. Or normally they're forced to buy the likes of game because of Steam. That's another matter entirely, but sometimes they can be good. Like, when I pre-ordered Persona 4 Arena, I got the soundtrack on a bloody record. Mind you, anything would have done.
I still dislike the colour of that, by the way.
Yeah. Now, that if it was any other game, that really wouldn't have taken much from the development time. It's like a neat little bonus. Heck, anything wouldn't have taken away from the development time at this point because it took so long to come out in the EU, but whatever. That's pretty good, yeah. And also a custom skin that the art team can do because they've got nothing else to do at this point. That's also pretty good, like the pre-order skins in Brink. And there's generally good. There are some bad ones as well. Alfie might have some examples on that one.
Yeah. There's, back when, I think it's called Dungeon Defenders was originally released, and it had the Portal gun as a pre-order bonus, which was pretty much just riding on the success of Portal 2.
That, and it's a Steam exclusive pre-order. People who had already pre-ordered it by other means ages ago were completely shafted by that one. That, and they had the TF2 pets, which were probably pretty OP.
There are actually quite a lot of games that seem to be riding on success of Valve games for the use of pre-orders.
Name every PC game to come out on Steam. I suppose that's a decent pre-order bonus because at least Valve doesn't. At least you don't have to do it. Valve does it, or some community member.
As has been my popular option recently. Yeah.
That's another story though. There are some bad options that I could think of. Well, on the fence options, I know for Armored Core 5, the pre-order bonus for it was apparently it would unlock all of the overed weapons from the start. Now, the overed weapon... No, I'm on the fence about this one. I've generally not seen it as a bad thing, because you can unlock the overed weapons anyway. Why is she sitting down?
I don't know.
You can unlock the overed weapons anyway, and the overed weapons are pretty impractical anyway.
I'm not sure what the hell she's doing.
I don't know. Heck, there's even some that if your generator's not good enough, the time for them will run out before you can even use it. That, and one of them will drop your whole left arm off.
Drop your whole left arm off.
Yeah. And there's also rumours that for Armored Core 4 you can unlock a fight against Nineball and Final Phantasma as well, but that's just a massive rumour. That's a good one though. Eric, can you think of any?
No.
Oh, sure, Alfie? What about that Battlefield 3 one?
Oh yeah, that one was like a disappointment, more like bullshit from their part. EA and DICE, when they released Battlefield 3 and the Battlefield Fantastic that I am, I pre-ordered it. And as you may know,
and Alfie.
You got you basically got Battle Carton for free for pre-ordering, and then also you got the so-called Spec Act skin.
I don't know, mate. Just I'm gonna cough a bit while I had some coke in my mouth. Yeah.
Well, they...
No, let's coke down with pyjamas.
as they did, they said was like, oh, here, have the Spec Act skin. And I was like, oh yeah, the Spec Act skin. That's probably, you got no details whatsoever, basically. I was like, oh, maybe it's this Spec Act skin from the as you could basically buy in.
That's still a complete black square. There's no transparency on this one. Anyway,
back when Bad Company 2 came out.
How did you remember that? I was using that.
That was a big disappointment. And then you had Back to Tarkhan, but basically was riding on the success of previous Battlefield games. Like, oh, we're gonna have the old maps, and then it was shit. It was really shit.
At least they didn't take it directly from the other game like they did with the Call of Duty.
It was basically the same map. All they did was like reskin it.
I picked up an empty Pokeball.
And I was like, what is this shit? It was like shenanigans. It's like fucking you want money, and then they make like 6. Then they say, oh, we're gonna make Battlefield 4, and they're not even done.
A fantastic game.
Yep, and I'm gonna walk into my own bullets.
Yet.
I don't think that works.
Like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
This still works.
What else can I pick up? Ow! And there are some other bad code bonuses that I could think of. For Brink, as much as I loved that game, I know, go and call me out on that one, say it's shit, whatever. But the pre-orders for that one, even though you can pick these up by DLC now, were some exclusive skins for some of the weapons. And 2 of the packs included a special attachment, which was just a reskin of an existing attachment, bar 1. I'll get onto that later. But 3 out of 4 of these packs included a skin for a weapon that you had to unlock 3 of the challenges. So if you had the pre-order, you could completely skip doing that challenge if all you wanted was for that challenge was the weapon. Case in point, the Bulk Dawn, which is basically impossible to get because of how shittily done the challenge for it is, but whatever. And the Spec Ops pack included a scope that has the zoom level of the ACOG scope in the game, but it has the peripheral vision of, and I think it has the other stats of the red dot sights as well, but it has the peripheral vision of the red dot sights. So it's basically a straight upgrade compared to the ACOG. That was probably more of a balance now, error if anything. Personally, I think companies should start doing more reasonable pre-orders. What are you doing? You're a ragdoll! I think companies should start doing more reasonable pre-orders, like, say... like in the case of back at Persona 4 Arena, giving you a clever little trinket, like... Clever little trinkets, like... Or basically little trinkets, or like the soundtrack, or little art books, or bonuses like that. Or heck, even a special skin in the game, like in the case of Brink. So those are some pretty good pre-orders. Not more companies should do that. Alfie, what do you think?
I think companies need to be very careful with pre-orders, not to piss off someone.
Yeah, I'd agree. They need to be careful to make them
also
fair.
the whole more pre-orders is more pre-order bonuses stuff that's been pulled quite a lot recently. That's just fucking retarded. Because it's like...
That could also potentially mean wasted development time. Like, say, like, at the 2nd level or 3rd level, you say give exclusive weapon that everyone will be able to use, and these guys get it early. If not enough people pre-order it, then that's going to be some wasted development time.
The whole thing seems really stupid to me, though, because the only time where that's actually going to generate more sales is when people are more interested in the pre-order bonuses than the game itself.
Yeah.
Or if the game is already really popular, but then you wouldn't need the whole unlock scheme anyway. It seems more like the sort of thing that would break a game than would make it.
And in the UK, and pre-order bonuses as a necessity, I think they're becoming less of a need be now, because shouldn't they be like an incentive as like, hey, if the game sucks or you don't like it, at least you got this. Then if the game sucks, then why are you going to want anything that's based around it? Suppose if the soundtrack's good, that's where the soundtrack LP comes in handy, but yeah, there doesn't seem to be that much point to them anyway, besides how you picked it up on day one, then hey, have a bonus. Yet non-pre-ordering it doesn't give you the bonus. Mind you, Anarchy Reigns gave you Bayonetta as a pre-order character, but the limited editions also gave you Bayonetta. Speaking of that, I can't believe I didn't mention that. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because limited editions get it. Limited editions and pre-orders of Anarchy Reigns will let you play as Bayonetta.
Yeah, but then again, it was only multiplayer, which kind of was a bit of a disappointment, and her attacks aren't really that great, if you think about it.
Yeah. Thing is though, she's off. Thing is though, I think there's the fact a load of people just playing as just Bayonetta. Like, there was a time in Cage Match where literally everybody played as Bayonetta because there was one attack that do a shitload of damage, I think.
Yeah. Also, I think Bayonetta was kind of rushed just because they wanted something like special within quotation marks for the limited edition. All her voice lines and animations are taken directly from the original game.
Well, at least it hasn't taken away that much development time from the original game, so I suppose you can give it that.
Yeah, that's true.
Alpha, you made a real mess with this furniture.
Huh?
You made a real mess with this furniture.
With the what?
Furniture down here. Rocket crowbar sauce.
Rocket crowbar. What the fuck?
That is an amazing mod.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Crowbar.
That's also not correct. The it should shoot scientists and sentries, but it shoots fast zombies instead for some reason.
Anyway, back on topic, because that's what we should be doing.
Yep.
Generally, companies will probably do stuff that doesn't take away from the development time of the main game. Because
I have a full auto shotgun.
howdy ha. Ow. So yeah, more, and generally, if it's going to be an incentive for hey, you might not like this game, or it might turn out to be crap, but here, have a bonus anyway. It probably shouldn't be anything in game, because if you don't like the game, the bonus will mean nothing because you're not going to be playing the game. But if there are any upsides to the game itself, like say soundtrack, then giving the soundtrack or giving some kind of nice little trinket thing, that would be alright, I suppose. Or the art book.
Am I invisible?
Yes, you are. I mean, you're near enough invisible because they've got that happy face on their head. Anything else to add? Anything else to add?
Not for me. There's quite a few problems with pre-orders as a whole, but
Yeah.
Actually, let's start talking about the game issue as well.
no.
Start talking about the game issue as well, because game in the UK, it's with THQ, but I think now that THQ are defunct, this is probably going to stop. But they would say, if you put your game on Steam, or put it on Steam before this date, then we will not stock your game.
There's also the whole issue of Portal 2, where they had to come up with different outfits for different stores.
Oh yeah, that as well. That
was partly Game's fault, because they were the first one to have costume and they didn't want to share it with anyone else.
Yeah, and see, I think it also creates pre-orders are also forced by game retailers to say, "Hey, come to us and pre-order the game." Like, oh, if you don't put pre-order bonus in the game, we'll not stock it. So that seems to be the main reason to have them in, or just for the sake of, for the sake of having one. Anything else to add? Or...
No, not right now.
No, it's off my head. I don't think we're going to get that far with the first episode, though. Next time we'll have most likely end up with a better, more conversatable subject.
Probably like the new Xbox or something? Or consoles over PC?
I think for the new Xbox we'll actually have to wait until it's released.
Yeah, there are actually some details been taken out now.
I don't really want to make assumptions about something like that.
Yeah.
No, it's quite hard to do.
Yeah.
But something that I think will kind of be plus for someone like me that doesn't like
Power restored.
at least right now, like, oh, it doesn't have like shitloads of money, and PS3 games cost like, let's say a new game costs like 60 euros, if like 70. Battlefield 3 costs 70 euros for a pre-order.
Wow.
I was like, wow. And now when I think about it, holy shit, that's expensive for those little things you get. All I did was kind of cheap of GameStop to do. They gave me and a friend of mine, they gave us the Steelbook case that is actually just 360 only,
I think
because
that just crashed.
dual
Never
disc.
mind.
We got that for a PS3 version,
Jesus Christ.
and then it's like, oh, I've pre-ordered that. I fucking hate a skin that is fucking shit. And then they announced. I was like, oh, okay. Like, oh, we're gonna make 5 more DLCs, and then a fucking premium fucking shit. Sorry if I'm swearing a lot.
Though arguably the premium thing is actually alright. Why can't I get in the seat? Oh, you're in it, you. That's it. That explains it.
Can you see the laser?
Yeah, I can. So that's the thing. The premium in Battlefield 3 wasn't that bad because, I mean, you didn't really start off with a lot in Battlefield 3, and it's good to have the head start at that point in release.
Battlefield Premium, it was, I think it's ridiculously expensive for the little things you get. It's like, oh, you get a dog tag, and you get a fucking box cutter knife thing.
And you completely get all the items completely from the start, because at that late point in release, when everyone's already likely to got everything, it'll put you back on the level playing field.
Yeah.
Compared to everyone who's got, like... Mind you, that's probably more down to Battlefield's shitty balance.
Why am I invisible?
I don't know. Probably something to do with player appearance customizer. Heck, in the Battlefield games, at least now in Bad Company 2, as a medic, you don't get the medic pack or the defibrillator until a certain rank, which makes you nigh on useless in your
A
class
vast
until you've
virus
played a little bit.
database has been updated.
Yeah.
I believe it took me a while to get that far.
So the same thing with the support class. The support class in Battlefield 3 was like, oh, you're gonna be a support. You can be like, put down a mortar and like just sit there relying on your team and just shelling randomly, hoping you hit something. No, you have to play as an assault with a machine gun that does absolutely fucking nothing.
I think we're going on a bit of a tangent here, but whatever.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, you have to level up like 3 times, I think it is,
I don't know.
to get the mortar. I was
Either way,
like,
it's pretty goddamn stupid.
yeah, instead of just giving me.
Is there anything else to say on pre-orders, or are we all done?
I think we're all done at this point. Thank you guys for watching YouTube. We'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we will have a better subject next time, because this isn't really... This is something that more affects people individually. And everyone has their own thoughts on it. But, see you guys next time, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed watching anyway. And... anything you guys want to say?
I am a subscriber. Oh wait, no, that's Alfie. Alfie's dead. That's what. I'm dead.
And Eric?
I don't know.
Did you kill yourself again?
Didn't mean to do that.
You really have a dipshit. Now,
Gotcha!
where's the goddamn furniture button? That's it. But
Where's the furniture button?
That's it. For the last whatever this 10 minutes, for the next 10 minutes of this video, we will be deathmatching with furniture.
It'd be helpful if you weren't in no clip then.
Ow.
Damn it!
We'll see you guys next time.
Also, the worst bit about this is the fucking music. Sad violin repeating over itself. We'll see you guys next time, YouTube.
See you.
Goodbye.
See you. Bye. Ow. Okay, that'll do. Okay, enough of
Got
that.
that.